Hello everyone, and welcome to Fableheim and Iratus, Lord of the Dead, Wrath of the Necromancer. We are back. Yes, we, not too long ago, even though it feels longer than it's been, concluded our conquest of the Eternal Harvest level 1. You can see the little 1 there in the skill. It goes up to 5, and I've always wanted to wade deeper into the sea of blood that is the Eternal Harvest. And so, we are going to jump ahead to level 3. Now, the Eternal Harvest, since its inception, like 2 years ago, has gone through a number of changes. But my understanding, based on the whispers on the interwebs, is that Eternal Harvest 3 is the final quote-unquote fair difficulty. That's what I've heard, and we're going to find out together if that is true. Meaning that 4 and 5 are just ridiculously unfair. But hey, we'll approach that problem when the time arrives. We will cross that bridge someday. But today is the beginning of our journey in Eternal Harvest 3, and I have a special rule. If we are to fail, if we fall to the forces of the living, we will restart the series on Eternal Harvest 2 to train and to prove that I am indeed worthy of overcoming 3. But I have no intention of losing. And we're going to be looking for something very specific in this run. We'll talk about that more once we get there. So what is the Eternal Harvest? The Eternal Harvest is a special mode for those eager to go one step beyond. Less starting resources, less battle rewards, enemy strength is constantly rising, elite enemies regularly join normal battles, enemies have a high chance to become inspired, minions do not recover vigor out of battle, Iratus does not recover any mana out of battle, and the graveyard efficiency is constantly decreasing. As is always the case, I have stitched together a short cinematic for you all, to set the mood for our theme of this run. But it does contain cuts from the new cinematic, so if you are not interested in seeing those, down below in the description and the pinned comment should be a skip intro timestamp that you can click on to skip that. And I'll see you in game. For those who do want to see it, who know what happens or don't care about being spoiled, I hope that you enjoy. Let us bear witness to the repeat of history.
Well, that was quite fun, but it was merely an appetizer.
So be it. Let us witness the repeat of history.
Time to harvest.
Now then, let the grim harvest commence. It's good to see you and your bloodied self, Iratus. So yes, this is the grim harvest, and as is always, in Eternal Harvest, I recommend going with the flow. And so I don't have a set team in mind, but we will adapt as things go, and there is one thing that I'll be looking for. But I'll talk about that once we get to the crawling. So, as is always, I believe that a strong foundation is key to success, so we begin with our first talent point in the architecture buff.
The formulae reveal their secret.
This increases the amount of Digger Souls that we get at the end of combat by 25%, making it easier for us to expand our graveyard to gain more passive benefits. Now that we have obtained this, we're going to be going into the EH3 and rushing for advanced ballistics to give all minions plus 12 accuracy permanently. 'Tis the plan. Now I believe that I have...
This is what a necromancer's war machine looks like.
The hardest part of Iratus is getting out of the beginning. The higher the difficulty, the more challenging that task is. But I believe that I have constructed a reliable team. It will not require items to succeed. Hopefully. But hey, we're going to find out together. We used this last time, at the very beginning. And now we're going to see if it can walk us through Eternal Harvest 3 as well. Additionally, if you have any name requests for creations, feel free to let me know in the comments. This one, the last time we used a bone golem, I named him Carnunos because you can see the inspiration from this new skin. Karananya is another form of Carnunos. Corrupted form, some person thought I'm cultured and stuff. Oh. I don't have a name for the Black Widow. Sorry. But hey, she's here to look adorable. And level up to level 3, and so she can remove all block and ward. For the Reaper. I believe this is the second time I've now taken one of your name suggestions out of context, Jazakiel. But Jazakiel recommended Suflatus, the Angel of Dust and Void, for a Dark Knight. But if everything goes according to plan, which it never does, we probably won't see one of those in this series for reasons beyond sacrificing them. For the Blood Phantasm, specifically this skin, the suggestion of Jesse Salazar, Star Platinum. And yes, this is a JoJo's reference. Anytime that I get to quote the abridged Helsing, it's a good day. It's a good day. So this is going to be our team to start off with. I really think this is a solid team that can just perform well without items and with minimal levels. Karnanya, of course, the Bone Golem is here to just tank. He sits in the front and he puts block on people that are going to get hit. Very straightforward. The Black Widow, here to remove block and ward and apply her own debuffs. Her baseline debuff, her Venom, was actually buffed. And the insight given to me by Kirovets, thank you, was that this is now more in line with the item, the Venom Fangs, the whatever. Spider Mandibles, that's what. It's more in line with that. So, good. 4%. Pretty big deal now. For the Reaper, I was speaking with someone. The Reaper just fits everywhere. There's, like, stress build, just throw in a Reaper. Attack build, throw in a Reaper. Hybrid build, Reaper basically makes that work now. Cheese meme for Reaper super spell power build, he makes the build. So, yeah, that's why the Reaper's here. Also, by being in the back line, he can cast Agony, which we're going to upgrade into Agony of Fire, to apply 2 debuffs to scale Star Platinum's damage with the Chains of Anger into the Moaning Chains. I would also like to try the Ghoul because something interesting happened. There was a small patch. And they buffed her baseline damage, her baseline dread, and her baseline attack scaling. This is kind of a big deal. So I'm very curious about the Ghoul, especially now that she has a feature of her own. At long last. Restore 10% of the damage dealt to enemies as Vigor. So if we come across a cultist and we can pick up her little lunch, we'll see if we can whip out a Ghoul. But we're going to go with the tried and the true for the very first run. Of course, on Eternal Harvest, you begin with 0 Digger's Souls. There's no point in us going into the graveyard. We've done everything that we can do. What is my combat speed on? 1.5. Because I get a little nauseous sometimes. So here we go. Into the mine. The kingdom had need of the vast riches buried underneath the castle, great veins of iron that promised to fuel conquest after conquest, along with ancient artifacts from a long-forgotten age. The dwarves were eager to offer their services in this project, bringing their untested mining equipment and experimental concoctions for the promise of wealth. They only needed bodies that could obey, and that the humans could provide. With dungeons filled to the brim with both criminals and rebels, there was no shortage of slaves to work these mines. Drugs were used to keep them docile as they dug ever deeper, year after year, unaware of the mortal danger that awaited them below. That's me. We'll take a look at the map, but we're going to kill these 3 fools first. Oh, look at that 3 block. I saw it coming and it still sucks. And a 58% luck on the hunkies. We're no longer in Eternal Harvest 1, my friends. But it's okay. We're prepared. We've trained for many mini-series now. See? Level 1, slapping for 48. I think I can just let this go now, right? He'll die in 2 turns. Maybe. Whoops. Oh, I can just do that. That's nifty. Anyway, let's give some block to good old Black Widow. If you have a name suggestion for our Black Widow, feel free to leave it down below. And any minion at that. Even though I can't guarantee the name will be used, or that we'll use any of the minions that you suggest, I do keep a list of all of them. So, you know. Future use and all that. What am I doing now? I guess we'll just kill you. Well, ensure your death. It would also be pretty good for us if I could... If I could try and give the kills to the Reaper to heal us. I wonder if that's actually going to count. I guess we'll see. Only one way to find out. Unfortunately, my favorite thing about the Black Widow needs her to be level 3. So getting rid of these 3 blocks is going to be kinda irritating. Kinda irritating. Nice. Yes, when the Reaper gets the killing blow because of their feature, they'll restore 10% vigor to the team. They're a team player. What can I say? We'll do some fire. He dies in 2 turns. Well, I don't know why. I shouldn't have counted on Karnania not to miss. Our accuracy sucks. What else is new? We'll see if in this first... Oh, wow. It already happens. Alright, that was faster than I expected. That is the inspiration mechanic. And it has made this hunky mighty. Increases damage up by 25%, and damage received is reduced by 25%. What a sod. Inspiration happens whenever someone's feeling uppity. No. Inspiration happens whenever a sanity check goes in and it rolls poorly for you. The higher your difficulty, the higher the chance of that happening, and that is why, if you're doing a stress build, I highly recommend having the Shackles of War. And even though stress builds are pretty much easier and more beginner-friendly overall, I think, I feel, anyway, I clicked with them immediately, so maybe I'm a little biased there. I do not recommend them for Eternal Harvest unless you have the Shackles of War. So let's construct the obelisk to get even more Digger Souls with the Shade. The Wraith, that one.
Why do I get this sinking feeling in my putrefied gut?
Kasogtha. The Wraith is out of control levels of strong right now.
The obelisk is overflowing with souls. My continued campaign certainly provides it with no shortage of spirits to harvest.
Well, great. We'll turn up the sound a little bit. All of my sound settings went absolutely out of control. So, apologies for that. I don't know how, but they did. Anyway, now that we can branch off into different directions, let's see where we can go. I did mention something about cultists, didn't I? I did say that. I really did. Is there an item that would be super good for us right now? Not really. Karnania's, maybe. Maybe. But I'm actually quite interested in going to the altars to get experience. Of course, we can also get experience out of steel. Wait, can I double steel? Oh, I probably shouldn't miss that. Is this path triple steel? Oh my. The steals, of course, you can choose to give experience to Iratus or to your minions. I highly recommend giving it to Iratus pretty much like 99% of the time. Can I zig and zag, or is this split into 2 groups? It's split into 2 groups. Okay. So there's no zigging and zagging. This is a commitment here. If we go this direction or this direction. I feel like the steels are good, but I'm looking for something very specific. I probably should tell you what that is now. Yeah. I'll come across a cultist if I go this way, which I guess could allow me to try that. Alright, let's do it. I need to rush for... There are a lot of talents we need, so we are just going to go to the steels. So what I'm looking for is a specific item for our lovely creations. You might be wondering, what is that item? Well, I'm glad you asked. Why are you here with 3 block again? It is none other than... Am I increasing the suspense enough? The Ashes of the Burned Witch. The Ashes of the Burned Witch is an item that inflicts ignition anytime that you hit an enemy. Ow. And there is a build, my favorite build. I did mention that I was attached to distress builds, and I am. I do like them a lot. But my favorite build in the entire game is one that I borrowed from the Discord and then modified to meet my own standards of uber aggressiveness. You know, Karnania, you aren't allowed to die right now. You do know that, right?
So, this is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like? Yeah,
Thank you.
pathetic.
If you are curious as to what that build looks like, I need you not to miss. Could you assist me with that? I did use it in my Good Always Wins run. I don't remember... What was that one even called? It's been a while on that one. But the idea is to use the Ashes of the Burned Witch on the Fallen Dhampir, a character that we have actually not seen. We created one in our last run, but it was mostly for scouting purposes. And by mostly, I mean entirely for scouting purposes, so we haven't actually seen one in action. But they have 2 Wrath abilities. They are one of the few. And one of them is an attack that hits 3 times for physical damage, a moderate amount. And then it will remove all armor from the enemy. I'm actually going to wait and... Am I? No. And the other one is a magical attack that hits 5 times for a lesser amount, of course. I think I can kill him. Well, he's going to die to the agony. Okay, good. So I should get healed from this. Perfect.
As your suffering ends, your service...
The game is trolling me. It gave me one of the most late game items ever in existence. So the Fallen Dhampir. This is her physical attack that hits 3 times, and this is her magical attack that hits 5 times. As I mentioned with the Ashes, it applies a stack of ignition each time you hit them, so hitting them for 5 times is 5 stacks of ignition. Not only that, the ignition damage was buffed in the pre-patch, so it is going to do a lot of damage. I'm trying to remember, is it up to 12 now? It's a lot. So, if it is 12, 5 times 12 is 60. And, of course, 5 stacks of ignition means 5 stacks of chains of anger scaling. Which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. With some additional accuracy. The most important thing to level up. Until it's not. I worry for your safety, unnamed Black Widow. Although, admittedly, I don't care about Karnania's. I'll give him some, sure. Why not? The Jester's Visage significantly increases the chance to be attacked by an enemy. It's a taunting item.
I need nothing but my anger to purge this
My favorite
world.
character to use that on is the Shade. Oh, history repeats itself. These are all really good, actually. This is the weakest item. The Mutant Claw. Increase is damage dealt to elite enemies by 25%. Meh. We might be encountering a lot of them, though, on 3. I don't know. Mechanical Eye, the minion's abilities can't miss. Now, I'm actually very, very tempted to take this, because there is a particular minion that we haven't seen, or we didn't see in the last run, that synergizes exceptionally well with this. How does he synergize with our team, though? He doesn't. That's a little awkward. Well, anyway. The other item is the Serpent Skull. If the minion starts their position, or their turn in position 3 or 4, they receive 3 luck and 3% crit damage until the end of battle stacks up to 5 times. This is a pretty good item. Pretty good. I'm tempted to take the Mechanical Eye, though. The reason I said history repeats itself is because we got the Serpent Skull super early on in the last run as well, and we gave it to our Blood Phantasm, and, well, he fell over. Maybe we should take the Mechanical Eye. No.
Ah, I can use this.
Like I said, we'd have to modify our group, I think, if I wanted to do the Headhunter thing. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is mighty unfortunate.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
This is why we need the steals. I do not like using the heal before we've upgraded the heal. For enemies. Oh, no. Also, you two have armor. The guards are kind of a nuisance, but they aren't going to kill me. Whereas I think the conscripts are more interested in killing me. See? So I think we'll try and focus them down first. The guards are just annoying, and they're going to poke me. Level 3 is going to be huge for us. It increases Sufflatus' scaling. It gives us the ward and block peel from our Black Widow. I could take this kill. That's probably the shout. Alright. You need to go into your cocoon here right soon. Real soon. I guess we'll do this. I'm technically not moving. I hope that doesn't interfere with the Reaper getting the kill, though.
This is my kind of entertainment.
Good. I needed the Reaper's dot to kill that thing. Well, someone's going to get hit pretty hard here. It's okay. It's just Karnania. I'm sure he'll be fine. The Black Widow does help us counter armor as well, which is pretty nice. I guess I'm going to slap you. You have more debuffs. Anyway, what was I saying? Level 3. Level 3 is going to let Karnania heal more. It will give us the block and ward peel, and it will give us the additional scaling. Unlucky. How unlucky are you exactly?
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Very. Also, dust to dust. When Sufflatus got a kill. The Angel of Dust. Get it? I love it when a plan comes together. For once. Aww. I think that was the... Does that mean that was Star Platinum's damage then that killed it? Can you hold out for like a turn? See if we can cheat out some healing here. Should be able to. We'll just keep debuffing him. I can't believe I can actually use this stance back here. The way this stance works is if someone decides to hit Star Platinum will heal the rest of the team for... It's like based on his healing, or his attack, I think. Good, full heal.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
We're level 3. Are you level 3? No, they're like right there.
I embrace this fury.
Do not be tempted by the chests. The chests are a waste right now. We just need Iratus experience. We can do it. Now we need to level up once more and we're there. We'll have the thing. We'll all be good. 12 accuracy is a lot of accuracy. I was thinking about it before I started recording this, actually. I'm kind of surprised that they give you that much accuracy. I mean, it's not free, right? But compared to the other just hard stat increases, it's quite dramatic. Could you not, maybe? Is that enough to kill you? Do I roll for this stun chance? I think it'll do just enough damage to cause this to kill them, too. Well, no one expected the 25%er to hit. Not even I did. I'm gonna take the hit here. I need to be in position with Suplatus. Positioning is kind of annoying here. Actually, there's a lot of things that are kind of annoying here. I'm just gonna hope that I don't get moved. I can't move in the trap, thank you. Also, because they buffed this guy, I deal bonus damage to him.
The brave are an excellent source of fresh corpses.
Thank you. We could have tried to interrupt this with Carnania, but Carnania doesn't... No. I guess I can take the guaranteed kill here to heal. Sure. The scythe is so good. We'll focus on the Taskmaster because the guard is less of an issue. Have some negative luck. Remember, dropping enemies into negative luck increases our chance to crit them. Did I give you the skull? I did, right? Oh. The Reaper's so good. The Reaper is so strong. I don't want to say that like it's a bad thing, because I like having a strong creation. But at the same time, his numbers are kind of obscene. Like all of his numbers. His baseline attack, how much his attack can scale. It's really high. I think part of that reason, or that's part of the reason, both the A-Bomb and the Reaper scale better than every other creation in the game. That is a thing called power creep. It happens in many, many games. But I think that's part of the reason they've had a few balance changes recently where they raised the scale. Like recently, I mentioned it in the Ghoul.
Mop up the gore.
Oh my...
I hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
Are you kidding me? Game I had already... Hold on, I need to finish my thought before we talk about what just happened. Also, I could have constructed the library at the end of last turn, or before the last combat. Do I just wait now for the Digger Soul upgrade? It's 50, right? Wow, too much going on in my head right now. So anyway, there were some recent balance changes that I think are because of the Reaper and the Abomination specifically. And one of those was the Ghoul, whose attack now scales 3 at a time instead of 2. And the Banshee actually had her base evasion raise up to 30. So now, 4 times 7. I'm going to embarrass myself here, aren't I? Uh-oh. Is this 28? 58 evasion is not bad. And of course, there's more ways to increase it. It still pales in comparison, though, to the one true king of the evasion build. Not even king, emperor, ruler, transcendent deity. I found it. The Wraith. The Wraith is so strong right now. Anyway, we've leveled up to 3. Like I said, this is a big level. We're going to be upgrading the Chains of Anger into the Moaning Chains. Get your head out of the gutter. This will increase the bonus damage we receive for each buff and debuff on the target by a respectable amount.
Get back to battle.
Because again, the idea is applying many, many debuffs. Speaking of which, I theoretically can do this now. Wow, that's weird. Wait. Oh. Huh. Fascinating. Sorry, my brain is like moving in two different directions here. So with Star Platinum, we do have 2 points. How do I want to spend them though? I kind of want to get more accuracy. But...
Rivers will run red.
So now we have 120 accuracy. Okay, I'll be greedy. All the greed. Sufflatus. We'll give him accuracy. And, of course, we're going to upgrade Agony into the Agony of Fire.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
With the Black Widow, the most important thing is upgrading Silken Pull into Fatal Bondage. The target loses all block and ward. Also important that you don't miss. And important that you go first. These are all important things. Karnanya. Let's increase your self-heal from 10% to 20%. And they give you more health. It is also pretty important that we get the upgrade to bone armor. I still haven't decided if I want to go with fitted armor. This just reduces the cost from 25 vigor to 15 vigor. It gives us 2 block. Or we go bone ward, which is, I think, the safer option. And it changes it from giving you 2 block to 1 block, 1 ward. There is more physical damage overall in the game. So you, I think, overall get more value out of block. But we've lost minions when I went with this, just because I didn't have a ward against particular enemies that just shreked them. So about the Crowpaw. I can't believe the game gave this to me. The Ashes of the Burned Witch is basically the damaging version of the Crowpaw. So I asked for one and they gave me the other. Of course, that's how this works. It curses an enemy for 2 turns when a minion uses an ability. Dealing 6 stress damage with AoE abilities, dealing 15 stress damage with single target abilities. And when it says uses ability, it will count every single hit, just like the Ashes of the Burned Witch. Which means, in theory, we could begin our composition right now. With the Fallen Dhampir. I'm actually going to just make her, screw it. Where are you? So I don't keep getting lost in this menu. My dear, there you are.
Now that you are on my team, I expect less brooding and more killing.
But I do love brooding. Fenris, were there a competition, you would be the champion of brooding. This is the Fallen Dhampir's newest skin that came with the DLC. Isn't she lovely? I love her sword. It looks so good. It goes from just like the top of an iron fence to being a rune blade. They cleaned up the blood a little as well. So what we could do, it's so risky, but what could be done is with the Crowpaw and her magical attack. This changes the entire composition though. Oh, my head. So the reason why I'm thinking it would change the composition is because doing this would open us up into like a dual channel build. Being that we would be dealing physical damage, or damage to vigor with the magic attack. But with the Crowpaw, we would be dealing stress damage. That could allow a Reaper to scale their Wrath ability very well. The problem is twofold. One, both of these abilities are Wrath abilities. So for now, we don't generate anywhere near enough Wrath to push these out consistently. I can decrease this to 20, which would help, especially if we get the horn. The other problem is positioning. Neither the Fallen Dhampir nor the Reaper like being in the front line, I don't think, the first 2 positions. And of course, the Reaper can't use Agony of Fire in the first 2 positions. And if we had a Fallen Dhampir and a Reaper, would we want someone who's scaling off of all the many, many debuffs? We could also just remove the Reaper from the equation and scale off of the damage of the Crowpaw. It just won't synergize quite as well as it would if it were Ashes. And, not to mention, that without the Shackles of War, all those curses, Iratus, could just come back to bite us in the butt. Alright, well. I think I'll pick up Advanced Doctorate. This is pretty important to get.
Through transformation, the will becomes free.
Now that we've gotten Advanced Ballistics, we're pretty much done for now. We're going to go back to the Alchemy Tree, because we need to get Gray Matter as soon as possible. I know I just picked up something that was unrelated, but we're probably going to have to heal for, you know, a few fights. After this, I should also be able to construct the second level of the Obelisk. I kind of messed up by not constructing the first library for before we got to the second Obelisk, but since this is the path we've taken, why resist? Too much, anyway. Slap.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
And that, my friends, is why this is a good build. Thanks for the buff. Brah. I'm looking forward to seeing your damage star platinum. Slap.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
Omae wa mou shinderu. Yep, this is good. I knew it would be. I don't know actually which one's more pro... Well, it's you. I was gonna say, I'm not sure which one is more troublesome, but it turns out it's the minor. But hey, it's time for reaping. Aww. Is that gonna be enough to kill you? No. And because of the way this scales, that is super annoying. We're just like right on the precipice of him dying. I guess I need Karnania's item, huh? That was a... I made the correct decision. Karnania's class item. Wow. Okay.
A sad display for mortal kind.
Blue flesh already. Oh, I thought I was one off. Oh, I would have been. I would have been one off if it wasn't for the obelisk. And that's why you build the obelisk, my friends. Let's get the Banshee out.
You will learn to enjoy your wretched existence.
So that... Wait, where did my Halloween skins go? What? Wasn't that with the Wraith? Did I lose my Halloween skins? Huh. Anyway, this is the new Banshee skin. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's okay. No, not that one. We'll build the library next. The library gives us bonus experience after every combat, so I kind of should have built that, but hey, like I said, this is the fate we're at. In Eternal Harvest, you take all of the swings. The swings by RNG, the swings by you not paying attention, all of them. Oh, this is who I was talking about earlier. If I picked up the Mechanical Eye, this would have been real convenient. Sure, I'll just take another Black Widow. I have a feeling ours might die soon. Ours might meet with an unfortunate fate. Anyway, let's keep going. I still can't believe I got a freaking crow's paw. How did that happen? Also, the weird thing about the ghoul. Did I mention her dread thing? They buffed her dread damage, but she doesn't do any dread attacks. So that's why I was really confused and why she was on my mind at the start. And again, I'm still quite interested in seeing if she could work, but...
Death delivered.
I don't think she could replace that. That would be a pretty tall order this early in the game. So I think we're just going to kind of slap. And keep slapping until we find what I'm looking for. Weakness. Perfect. I don't care if you debuff Karnanya. Boop. 115 damage. We did it, team. We have successfully survived the beginning of the game. I'm proud. Proud of you all. I still need a name for this Black Widow, but like I said, I have a feeling she might just fall over. So we'll see if that's true or not.
This never gets old.
The moment of revenge. That one didn't hit that hard. I can probably reap him though. Let's see. Alley-oop. Not quite. Oh well.
My will is a tide
Oh, another
that
mutant
will
claw.
wash away your pathetic civilization.
And a gambling chip. That super sketch. Congratulations, Star Platinum. You should never miss again. For Black Widow, we're going to increase her vigor. It does improve the healing of her cocoon, so it's kind of important to do that. Karnanya is basically just going to be a health bot, so that's cool. Nope. 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 No. Ooh, hold on. Okay, I should get the stack of bones for Karnanya. Let's all acknowledge that right now. But with the buff to the Black Widow's venom, Spikes is pretty cute. This is 8% sanity and vigor for non-bosses. Pretty cute. Also, it's also more scaling for good old Star Platinum. I just want you to know, it's kind of awkward for me to say that name, and I don't know why. But hey. I don't mind too much. Wow, that was a... This is now very awkward. Very freaking rude of you, man. I don't have whip. If I can generate enough wrath, I guess we'll just wait then. Oh, crap. I just realized what's staring us down the face. If I had the dissection, I could probably get enough wrath to move backwards myself and then move and then... Why has this gotta be so awkward? Alright. Positioning here is gonna be really weird, but I think it'll be okay for a little bit. So the demolitions expert, I do not want him to get up front. Like at all costs. I might just ult here. No, I want you to ult. Do I heal? It's becoming really awkward. Yeah, I need this for moving backwards. And that is one of the examples as to why I think Bone Ward's really good. I'm gonna reap. I'm gonna reap. We're reaping.
Good,
I'm also repositioning.
Good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Should allow me to remove these blocks. I'm gonna have to focus down this though. Actually, hold on. Both of these two are really bad for me right now. I am not in the mood for your crap. Neither of you, in fact. Of course. course, of course. I can kill the demolitions expert with Star Platinum.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
I'll shield Iratus. We'll reap.
One less annoyance.
Okay, if we were gonna reap, then shielding was worthless. I should have paid attention to my wrath. Could you stop? Seriously. Okay, that was a tricky fight. That's why we need Bone Ward.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
We just got the Essence of Mind. I'm building the library. So the Essence of Mind is a very good item. It takes a while to really use, but the fact that we got one.
The world is as hollow as his armor.
Goodbye. I'll see you later.
How unfortunate that I need to rely on mortal knowledge to recover my powers. It's akin to trying to quell hunger with breadcrumbs.
The Essence of Mind, the minion's attack restores 20% of damage dealt as mana. That doesn't sound like a lot, but we used a Reaper in the last run with the Essence of Mind, and his scythe instantly refilled our mana pool, and that allowed us to basically just spam out the Finger of Death whenever we felt like it. So there's a lot going on there. We're going to hold off to get Relic Seeker, because we're rushing now to Gray Matter to get more brains. And unfortunately, we're gonna need to heal. I still haven't decided if I should.
It's no gold, but it will do.
If I should risk the Fallen Dump here with the Crowpaw. It's super sketch, but it could be funny. Fallen Dump here. With a Crowpaw.
The formulae reveal their secrets.
Now it's going to feel kind of bad that we have to hold on for 3 talent points, but Gray Matter is worth it. Part of me wants to summon the dump here, but I don't think I'm going to. This is getting expensive. Wait, I can't put in the... Oh, this is transmutation. I'm glad I didn't do that.
Behold my work.
Really glad I didn't do that. Here we go. Oh, boy. The gambling chip item that we have, by the way, increases the HP of enemies, but gives us an additional part. You sod. Do they just always do that? Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be a problem. We're in the same situation as last time now, where I'm really going to have to kill the sorcerer, or the mad wizard. I can try and YOLO the Wrath. Alright, let's YOLO it. Well. Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry for the moment of silence there. I'm trying to think, because... Okay, so this stance, it cannot be cancelled, which means all of our stance interruption doesn't work. At the start of the next turn, it's going to explode, dealing a ridiculous amount of magical damage, which I'm pretty sure only Karnania can survive if she's... has a chance to heal. And it's to the two leftmost characters. So if we had a knockback, we could push him behind his two friends and have him blow up. But I'm pretty sure the only movement we have is the Black Widow, the Fatal Bondage. And I'm thinking both of these go before he explodes. And I'm pretty sure if I pull the Elite Mad Mage, he's going to move back somehow in his turn. So it's better if I pull the Minor. That way at least the Minor will stay there. But Carnania is going to get hit like a truck. Which is already pretty low. Well, I should say he. The Horned God was a male. Because his title is also kind of a euphemism. Well, good luck, friends.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Ah, you're alive. We did it!
Mine is the winning side.
We did it. I can't actually believe we did it. Everyone is super low, but we're alive. With 25, I guess we can start the Dead Lake at the excavation. I'm actually pretty satisfied with the amount of parts that we presently have. Of course, it would always be nice to get more. But...
Useful if you can put up with their constant whining.
let us begin fishing for some artifacts.
The entity below seems to have developed an attachment to me. To lay eyes on its full form would be to invite madness, so I'm content to occasionally give it a pat on the tentacle.
So the Dead Lake is at the end of every combat, non-quest combat, you have a chance to receive an artifact. And artifacts are pretty good. They're the equipment for Iratus. Did I not level you up, Suflatus? I'm sorry. I totally didn't mean to do that. And there's something I want to check. See, this attack scaling is nuts. Absolutely bonkers. What I want to check is something that others believe as well. And that is that you can only hold one of one type of artifact. So for example, you can't get duplicate artifacts. You can sacrifice your artifacts for experience, but what I would like to try this run is not sacrificing any artifacts and trying to just hold onto an artifact to prevent that from being in the pool of artifacts that we can get. Does that make sense? I'm getting Carnania's item now. So that we can try to demand some very specific pieces that will be very important later on. The stack of bones of the bone golem for each 10 points of vigor missing. The damage of the bone golem receives is decreased by 2.5%. As Carnania gets weaker, he gets stronger. Makes sense, right? Are you kidding me? I'm going to end today on the sacrificial altar up here. I have a feeling this is really going to suck. But here we go. Not much we can do about it. I could have gambling chipped, but this fight's going to be really awkward. And the reason for that is thanks to this elite Adaman. The Dark Gods must have looked at this map and gone, you know what? I think it's time to give him a real challenge. So the Adaman, please tell me you're going to die good. For those that don't know, he's kind of like a support rogue thing.
Its bowels just as it died.
Bow. And it does that. All allies gain +1 attack until the battle ends each time the Adaman receives damage. The effect doesn't dispel. Additionally, the part that really makes her dangerous is she can kill her own friends. Yes. Kill her own friends. And that will happen, is like a guaranteed chance to happen once they are below 20% health, I think. Like, I'm so afraid of this stance now that I might just interrupt it. But I think we have to kill the Adamant. You're not getting buffed from the dot, are you? No, okay. Good. No stance. No stance for you. Slap. Alright, so the pest is out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and block for Iratus, just in case. Just in case. 1 year off for every dead one I slice up. Really?
One more for the stockpiles.
By the way, in case you were unaware, the way that the reason that the Reaper kind of facilitates a dual channel damage build.
Soon this world will be mine.
Are you kidding me? Wow. We just got really lucky. The reason the Reaper really facilitates the dual damage, both damaging both stress and health, is because of the Scythe. It says here, it's kind of challenging to read this, but it says for each 1% vigor and sanity that the target is missing, inflict physical damage. Maximum physical damage for 100% vigor and 100% sanity missing is equal to 800%. It's a little tricky to read because what that actually means is that it is scaling off of both of them. So it's 400% max attack from vigor and 400% max attack from sanity. So if they're missing an equal amount, you're pretty much just going to one-shot them, really. Like, if you get them to 50% health and 50% sanity, they're going to die. But if they're at, like, 50% health and 70% sanity, they might survive. Depends on what you're fighting, of course. So that's why they invite the dual damage build, which is not something I think I would have ever recommended anyone to play. Well, now that I've gone and built the Dead Lake, I kind of regret it.
Every war needs its generals.
All right. Show me. As is tradition, the Dark Knight that shall be sacrificed to the Dark Gods, return to the empty abyss. I don't know where my extra skin's went. I'm kind of tilted about it. We will return the Dark Knight to the abyss. And we'll get an item. Are you serious? Game, why? Why you do this? So the reason you always sacrifice the Dark Knight, or that I would recommend you do so, is for the Book of Ancient Wisdom. After winning a battle, Iratus additionally gains 100% of the experience from the current level one-time use. I can't believe we got a second Crowpaw. What is wrong with this game? So,
it embellishes my undead features, no?
I would, this is a courtesy of Solus's insight as well, I would recommend using this the moment you get it. It doesn't matter if the upcoming battle looks like it's not going to give you as much experience as it could. You will always get value out of using this as soon as possible because the bonus experience will level you up, and that will scale the library's bonus experience even farther. So it is in your best interest to get those and level up Iratus soon as possible to improve the library scaling to level up faster, and it kind of all just compounds upon itself. And of course, the higher level that Iratus is, the better that your transmutation is. Your transmutation chances are if you are. Yeah, with that, I can't believe we've already gotten a Legendary Ectoplasm, double Essence of Mind, and double Crowpaw. What is this run? And how do I turn these into Ashes of the Burned Witch? But you can let me know how you feel about giving one of these Crowpaw to the Fallen Dhampir. I actually feel a lot better about it now. And risk some funky things happening with a dual channel build. Wow, I never thought I would do one of those. Huh. I don't think I'm going to use this Jester's Visage. I've used it on the Shade in super late game. to enable his
The
counterattacks.
smell of successful alchemy.
But we are far from that, so we'll go ahead and just sack that right quick. The path ahead is arduous. Oh dear. I don't want to go this way, which has 2 quests. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. That's definitely not encouraging. But hey, we'll find out next time just how discouraging it is. Thank you all for watching. Welcome back to Iratus. I hope that you enjoy your stay. I hope that you've enjoyed our opening thus far. If you have any names for our yet unnamed Black Widow, who's put in a lot of good work, actually, feel free to let me know. Let me know what you think, excuse me, about the Fallen Dampier. Any potential names as well. If I don't like any of them, I'm just going to use my traditional female protagonist hypercarry name, because I love it. It's a great name. And we'll go from there. So yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.